Oh no, how did I get in this position? Alright, welcome back to game number 3 of the Winter Wonderland tournament I played in Arkansas. My name is Justin, I'm the chess apprentice, and here we go. I am white in this position, in this game. Start off with d4. Let's just go ahead and go through the game here fairly quickly. Oh, I'm going to stop at 1 point here. So just doing this typical London opening here. And he's playing the King's Indian. It's a good opening against the London. So here, take. Now, this move took me 15 minutes to find. It should not have taken me this long. I should have known this because I am pretty sure I played this before. But I could not find it, could not see it, could not see the follow-ups, and even convince myself I'm going to lose a piece and I need to fight back. And try to fight back and try to regain my lost material. However, after 15 minutes, I finally found the move to stay alive. And that move is, do you see it? Bishop to g5. We'll explore this more in depth later. The game continues. To capture. Get my bishop out of the fork, so if he pushes, I can move my knight, and there's no fork threat. If you're looking at that, I guess I suppose I could have just moved my bishop here to block it, but I went here, and I'm pinning this pawn, so my follow-up move is what I want to do is move my queen down to g6, because then it's a check, and you can't take because of the pin. But he blocks. Game continues. Trade here. So just notice here my queen, this square is weak, it is protected, so if I can figure out a way to get that rook off the back rank, king would be in trouble. Check. So this was a mistake by him. And actually, this is where we're going to end the game. He offered me a draw that I declined at around move 15, I think it was, 15 or 18. And at this point, we're both low in time. We don't have to notate, so we did continue for a little while. I know I did get this pawn later on. I think my queen was right here. Right here. I don't know. One of these two, but my knight was blocking the queen. He got me on a 3-peat. He would have. We agreed by a draw by mutual agreement. And guys, be very careful. This is my tip. Even when you're down on time pressure, to evaluate the board. Because he did, this is later on in the game, but his queen checked me. I touched my queen, and in rated games, touch move applies, so I would have had to move the queen if there was a legal square. So thankfully, my knight was blocking my queen, so when I touched it, I had no legal moves, so I got out of that, but that would have lost me the game. So just be aware of touch move when you're playing competitive chess. But anyways, let's go ahead and look at the game review and go through this again a little more in depth, explore a couple lines, and let me know if you have any questions. To Lee Chess, because chess.com's game review is not working on imported games. No idea why, but that is the situation we are in. So we're on Lee Chess, but no big deal. All I'm going to do in this game, instead of going through the game essentially a second time, I'm going to scroll down here and look for any blunders. So we've had some inaccuracies and mistakes. How about we go back through and look at the mistakes as well, just to see what they are. Alright, so the only blunder was when my opponent took this rook here. Oh, so that means I didn't have any blunders. That's pretty good. I will take that on this game. So since I didn't have any blunders, we can go here. look at for any mistake. That was a mistake from my opponent. Mistake from my opponent. The c4 was a mistake. So they want me to castle long. What do they say? Queen. All right. Yeah, because they said go to e4. Okay, they're saying move my bishop to e4 to block that pawn push, because then I could have exposed some pretty big king weaknesses if I wanted to later. So wow, I am kind of impressed. But hey, I had. So according to Lichess, based on the notated game, I was at a 92% accuracy. Very happy with that. Very pleased with that performance. Now, I do admit, when we got low on time, I'm sure I made some mistakes. I should have swapped queens, so I'm sure the accuracy would have gone down. But in the 43 moves that we have notated, very happy with my performance in this game. But hey, let's go ahead and flip over to the two spots in the game I wanted to explore a little further. In this position, if instead of pushing here, it goes for the fork, so I can actually take. Because if rook takes, I take attacking the queen, and either the rook has to come back, has to do something like this. So I guess the rook isn't lost, but now for knights, it's an even game. It's right. So actually, no, it's not an even game. I'm sorry. I am up by +1. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So that is why you don't push there. So all in all, I'm very thankful I found that move at that point. So from here, evaluation bar says we are even. Take. If queen goes here, let me see what the evaluation bar says once it's done loading. If the queen takes instead of the bishop, which was what happened in the game, then rook goes here, check, and you take. And if you play this perfectly, it is a drawn game. However, this would have been a little uncomfortable for me because of time pressure, and I would have probably needed to exchange queens. He might have wanted to exchange queens because he has some pressure here, even though his pawns are divided. So right here, a good time to try to exchange queens. But all in all, I'm very happy with the game. Disappointed I drew here, obviously, but it happens. I'm glad it didn't end up being a loss. Anyways, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Let me know if you have any comments.